Cool, we're plowing through these loop exercises. This is question 4 now of our for loop part of our Python program. Write a program which will produce the output 10, 9, 8, then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Cool. This is easily achieved with a for loop. Go to our REPL. What we want to say is we need to use the range function again. How do we count backwards in the range function? Well, we need to set our step as a negative number. So we're going to go for I in range. What's our starting number? Starting number is going to be 10. What's our final number? I'll put it as 1 for the moment. If you can see the error that's going to happen, fix it now. But I'm going to put it as 1. And we'll see why that's not right later on. And our step needs to be -1. We're stepping backwards. We're starting from 10 down to 1 with a -1. Colon at the end. Cool. Inside our loop, what do we need to do? We need to print I. That's the variable that the for loop is giving us, right? This I here is a variable that the for loop is assigning each time it loops around. Cool. Let's see what this does so far. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The range function doesn't include the stopping number, so it's 0. We need 0 as well. Great. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All there. Choice. What needs to happen after that? Print. And just a straight string. Blast off. Simple. Anything else to that one? No, there's not. That one's done. Do you want to do another one before we go? Why not? These are quick. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's move on to question 5. Write a program that will let the user input 12 numbers, add them up, and print out the total. There's a little bit more to it. It's not necessarily trickier. There's a little bit more to it. So we want a running total here. So we're going to say total equals 0. Initialize a total. It's got a value. It's nothing at the moment. And now we want to loop 12 times exactly. This is where the for loop is actually quite handy because we can say for I in range 12. Now, we know that this is a loop that's going to loop 12 times because range starts at 0, will finish at 11, but there are 12 things in there. So if we say range 12, we know it's going to happen 12 times. Okay, what needs to happen 12 times? Well, we need a number, and it's going to be an integer input. Is it going to be an integer input? Oh, let's be safe. Let's make it a float input. Oops, float input. And what are we going to tell the user? Please, what is your something's number? Remember dot format. Now we talked about that way back in part 1. What does dot format do? It takes these little curly brackets in the middle of our string and it's going to shove something in there in its place. What do we want to shove in there? We want to shove in I plus 1. I starts at 0, but humans don't start at 0. Computers start counting from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, stop. Whereas humans want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to add 1 to that, okay? What do we want to do with num. Once the user's given it to us, well, we want to add it to total. And total equals total plus num. That'll do it. Adding num to the total each time. I showed you another way to do that way back in part 1, which is total plus equals number. So just adds it to it. Cool. What is your what is your one number? Okay. What is number? What is number? Oop, code is wrapping on lines and it's looking ugly. I'll make it a bit smaller. Hopefully you can still see it. What is number? What is number 1? That's better. What is number 1? And my number 1 is going to be 5. Number 2 is also 5, and 3, and making up random numbers. Oh, I didn't put anything in on there. Whoops, butterfingers. Try it again. Let's just make them 2s. Maybe a few 3s in there. Mix it up. 11, 12. Haha! Well, that worked, didn't it? What do we need to do at the end? Print total. Oh my goodness. Of course we need to print the total, or else the program doesn't mean anything. Right, and one lucky last time. Gosh, this is a bit laborious. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 49.0, because it's also a float, it's always going to give us a decimal point back. I don't mind that. That's fine for now. Question 5 done.